needs to be done, Carolyn?
Leila, Glenn, we've seen scrutiny over the Sheriff's Department and the way the jails are run mounting over the last several months. KTLA did an exclusive investigation. The LA Times has been all over this story. The ACLU has called on Sheriff Baca to resign, and the FBI is conducting a very deep investigation. Now, the County Board of Supervisors is getting in palliation policies so that this code of silence can't continue. That's been talked about. But again, all of these recommendations have already been made. They just haven't been implemented. And that right there was a conversation between one of the supervisors and Peter Eliasberg from the ACLU. You know, why has it gotten to this point? And the big question today is there have already been a number of independent review boards established to oversee the Sheriff's Department, but nothing seems to have gotten done. You end up with a report. That report is simply a report. None of the recommendations seem to be implemented. So that's the big question. Who should be on this committee if it's approved, and how do they actually get enforcement? Now, Sheriff Lee Baca is expected to be here today, but he's expected to speak behind closed doors with the Board of Supervisors regarding a specific case. That's because there could be potential litigation. That's the reason for the closed door session. Behind closed doors at another point today. That raised a few eyebrows. This is supposed to be a public meeting. We want to know what's going on, but again, there's a question of whether or not litigation could be involved. So that is the very latest. We'll bring you more tonight at 6 o'clock. For now, we're live downtown Los Angeles. Carolyn Costello, KTLA 5 News.
Excellent.
Chair Micah, the board today voted on two things. Number one, to create an independent committee to investigate the Sheriff's Department. We have seen that already in the past. Number two, they voted to order Sheriff Lee Baca to implement changes in the next 2 weeks, changes that should have been made years ago. A couple of the other changes that were supposed to be implemented some time ago: no steel-tip boots, also rotations in the jails were supposed to happen back in January or February of last year. We're told they haven't happened at all. Sheriff Baca says the problem has been that the people directly under him have not been keeping him informed about what is going on inside the jails. Now, the board has not set a timeline as to when this committee will be complete or who the members will be. Michael Antonovich is the only person who said who he will nominate, and that is a retired judge. That is the very latest from here in downtown Los Angeles. Carolyn Costello, KTLA 5 News.
Carolyn, thank you.
Well, the board voted today on two things. Number one, to create an independent committee to investigate the Sheriff's Department. Number two, to order Sheriff Lee Baca to implement changes in the next 2 weeks, changes that should have been made years ago. Who will be on this committee, how exactly it'll work, and how it'll be different and more successful than other independent review boards of the past has yet to be determined. Reporting from downtown Los Angeles, Carolyn Costello, KTLA 5 News.